Really? What?
Yeah, what's
Okay.
the stuff y'all been battling trying to get funded? Like what's been going on? And for y'all don't know me, do y'all know me? Do y'all know me? Do a lot of y'all know me?
Oh, no.
Okay, so I'm Devontae. I'm known as the site coach with Top Tier. So pretty much on Mondays I do, like mindset Mondays, get you ready for the week, get you ready as far as like your mental flow, your workflow, how you should be approaching the markets, just discussing anything coming off the weekend, as far as like back testing or anything that you've been seeing or dealing with, as far as like last week where you need to be getting better. So for all y'all that don't know me, I got a master's in developmental psychology, and I did 3 years at Howard in developmental psychology as well. So this is something that I'm pretty like specialized in, and I also worked with Q as a TA for like a couple years back in like 2018, 2019, 2020. And then from there on, I've been working with Top Tier and helping out with them. Um, so that's pretty much the spiel. So with that being said, this is a platform that's for y'all. It's to help y'all get funded and for funded traders to retain being funded. Um, Switched my main pair to gold this week, but I had struggles catching moves on it. So I ended up switching back to UJGJ. Yeah, it's only Monday. It's only Monday. So and remember on Mondays, there's a lot of data that's back into the market from over the weekend and previous orders from the week before. So, you just definitely on Monday, Sunday night, Monday, you definitely want to just let the data come into the market and see what it is how you want to gauge the market and how you want to interact with it. Because like for instance, for me, US 30 was a little, consolidated for me today. So like I didn't really trade, you know what I mean? But um that's not to say like I'm not gonna trade tomorrow or Wednesday and the rest of the week, because we got heavy news week with this being the last week of the month. So just understanding things like that as well. And then also early in the week, y'all always hear me talk about like lot size distribution and how you should be using your lot size at the beginning of the week to pretty much build your cushion. You know what I mean? You want to make sure that you building your cushion and giving yourself space to breathe. You know what I mean? To not make things hard off rip. You don't want to be putting 50% risk or 60% risk on your account at the beginning on a week on a Monday. Even if it's that trade that you've been waiting on and you've been looking for, and it's the top of the week, and all of that kind of stuff. You want to make sure that you setting yourself up for success, no matter how good you are. You know what I mean? Because we all know the market can humble you for one. We all know that randomness can occur, and also that the you want to have a system that's working in probabilities, right? So you shouldn't get too caught up on just one trade anyway, especially you all that's being funded, right? Because you know what's possible. Like you could get these payouts that you've been waiting, or you could get this account that you've been waiting on, right? So you want to make sure that you're being disciplined in that sense, and that's especially why you on like phase one, phase two type stuff. You want to make sure that the mental workflow is like, all right, I'm staying within my discipline, and then every trade that I'm looking for is within my risk to reward parameters. You know what I'm saying? So not only gauging, is this a good setup, but okay, is this a good setup? All right, am I in an entry base point? Right. And then also, is this in my risk to reward parameters? You know what I'm saying? Like what, like far as the lot size that I'm looking for and the lot size that I'm using. Right. So that's the things that I want you all to be focused on this week, and just setting yourself up, because we're about to go into September, which is a brand new month, right? Brand new opportunities. And you want to make sure that you're fully taking advantage of them, and you're putting yourself in a position to take advantage of them. And you do that by what? Making sure that you have opportunity, right? And you have opportunity by being able to be available to play in the game, right? So you do that by following your rules and making sure that you have the availability to show up every day. You know what I mean? Because even when it comes up to you taking care of your account, right? It's a certain type of energy that you're gonna have as you're on this success path, right? So even as you're building throughout the week, building these accounts, you're gonna have a certain level of success, which is gonna come with a certain level of energy, right? And all you want to do is use that energy as momentum. to keep building on what you're doing, right? Adding to the balance, adding to the balance, adding to the balance, and creating great habits, right? Great mental habits, right? So that way, when it comes to you getting funded and it comes to you getting that account that you've been waiting on, you're not so much anxious to blow it. You're not anxious to do some crazy lots. No, you're gonna be so well groomed in your system and so shaped out that it's gonna be like, all right, bet. All I gotta do is keep rinse and repeat, rinse and repeat. You know what I mean? And that's where we want to get to, is where this shit gets boring, in a sense, right? You want to make sure like you get to a sense where it's like, all right, I know what I do. Like, think about Steph Curry when he come into the gym at this point in his career, like he know exactly what he's working on. He know exactly what he's doing. He know he has to be going gaining speed all the time. You know what I mean? He has to make sure he's conditioned all the time, right? And it's the same thing when you come to your trading niche and showing up for your craft and understanding, okay, what is my plan and what do I want to do with this funded account? Not what everybody else is doing, not what, you know what I'm saying, this person over here on my Forex funds or this person over here on another platform. Like, no, I'm a top tier trader. I have my road path. I'm here for a reason. You know what I mean? I got to this level for a reason, right? And then having that belief in yourself and that confidence in your skill set, right? That you're going to be able to not only get funded, but be able to retain your funded account. Right, that's the biggest thing. We want to make sure that we are getting consistent payouts, right? Not just, oh, I got my one payout and then fuck, I blew the account. Like, no, you want to make sure that you have the mental workflow and the discipline, right? And the maturity in your management skills to make sure that you're actually able to retain that account and then actually change your life, right? Because that's what we want to get to, is getting to the point that we're getting funded. And now we can not only just help out the people that's around us, but we can feed it back into our live accounts, right? We can do things like that. We can help our family by setting up social copiers and stuff like that, right? Just all these different, like, that's when trading really becomes a vehicle for you, is when you start to play this shit at a bigger level. You know what I mean? Not just shit that you can go get gas with and go get you a bottle on the weekend or go get you a little eighth or whatever the case is. No, like shit that's paying bills, shit that's like, okay, rent is paid for 3 months. Like, okay, bet. Car note is paid for 4 months. Okay, bet. The motherfucking family trip and the family reunion, it's on me this year. Like, that's the type of goals that you want to be having, and these are the type of things that can happen. You know what I mean? When you put yourself in a position by showing up for yourself and becoming aware, right? But you only become aware by digging in and doing that inner work, right? Doing the inner work and being like, okay, what are the habits that I have now? All right, these are the habits I have now. These are the things that I've been going through while I've been having these habits. Okay, where do I want to be, and what are the outcome look like for that, and what do those habits, imagine being able to imagine what do those habits have to look like for me in order to sustain this and get to this, right? And then being able to cut yourself out like a cookie cutter, right? Cut yourself out to match that shit. You know what I'm saying? That's what you gotta be able to do.
And more closings of events. All of it began to happen the afternoon after our reports.
But yeah, so that's pretty much what you want to do, is make sure like that's the mindset behind everything that you got going on. You know, like could rest less Monday on and avoid it for sure. That's the vibe, man. Saying great points. Yeah, for sure, man. Like, you know, that's what it's about. Like that's really all it's about, is making sure that, you know, you actually able to do certain things, and when you're on the markets and stuff like that, being able to actually go with, you know, certain biases and whatever the case may have you. You know what I'm saying? So like I said, anybody got any questions or anything? That was like my little
Yes,
what's up?
I do. Hi, I'm sorry, is it Vontae?
Yeah, Vontae, yep.
I have two questions. The first question is it a charge for your Monday mindset classes, or is it just
You just tune in just like you did today. Yeah, you just tune in.
Okay, so they're on the top tier Discord?
Oh, yep. Mm-hmm.
What
Yeah.
time are they?
Every Monday. Mine is every Monday at 10 o'clock. And then everybody has a different class. Like tomorrow we got KK doing technicals. I think hers is like at
Right.
8 or something. And then I think Wednesday we got Charlene. And then Thursday we got Odie. And then Friday we got Josh doing fundamentals. So we all got different times, but every day like somebody will be dropping a Zoom link around, you know, in the evening time, pretty much, to be a resource for you all. You know what I mean? Because that was the whole purpose behind, you know, me creating this whole program is to give you all resources, like I said, to retain you all as funded traders. You know what I'm saying? Like that's the biggest thing is to make sure like you all are being retained, and because if you all are being consistent, getting the payouts, then top tier is doing great things with the business. You know what I mean?
Right. So I definitely, my biggest issue is psychology.
Mhm.
I track my trades and I can show you my tracker, but I track my trades. I have a 77% accuracy rate.
Mhm.
I only trade the Dow Jones, and I did that for, like you said, probability, because I'm really good at marking up anything. My technicals are A1, I think. Um, but it was like I would take a win on, let's say, Ethereum or XRP, and then take a loss on US30 and cancel myself out. So I'm like, okay, let's just do one pair. But I have a 77% accuracy rate, but my trading account doesn't reflect that. So my biggest thing is psychology. Like I'll jump out of a trade. I will like cancel a trade even though it hasn't broken any rules. And then I'll double up on my losers. And I've been in this loop for literally 2 years. I mean, even helping other people, I'm seeing people with $1,000 weeks, $2,000 weeks, and I don't have those results. And I'm starting to feel, I don't know, just my mind is, I don't know, not there.
Yeah, yeah. I know how that goes, especially trading US30. So biggest thing I would say is you did great, you know, by focusing in on one pair. You know, that kills the inattentional blindness. So like you being feeling like FOMO from missing out on moves because you was looking at Ethereum or something else, or whatever the case is. But um when it comes to that, it's more of a risk management thing, it sounds like. You know what I mean? Like that's when like you really have to be abiding by your stop loss. Like if your stop loss is the 100 pips or the 50 pips,
Mm-hmm.
whatever it is, like you really have to abide by that every single time. You know what I mean? Like you can't be taking yourself out of trades early. You can't be like, okay, I lost this trade and it hit my stop loss, so I lost $1,000. And now this next trade, I'm gonna lower my lot
Double up.
or I'm gonna double up. Yeah, because then like if you take an L on that double up, now this time you just lost $2,000. So now you whole time you down $3,000, and you're gonna have to hit a 1 to 4 just to fucking get back in the game. You know what I'm saying? So
Right.
like don't even make it that hard and just play the game that way. Like I feel like a lot of people make that shit way harder than they gotta be. Like play the game that way. Like understand, like I said, it's probabilities. Randomness will occur. So even those setups where you think like, oh, this shit is juicy, I got 5 confluences and all this other shit, that shit can still decide to go the other way. You know what I mean? And you know, you can't do nothing about it. So it's like at that point, but accept it and cut the loss. You know what I mean? And get in at a better price. You know, and when you do that, like I said, it gets back to being able to catch those 1 to 3s, 1 to 2s consistently. So that way, not only are you building up the equity in your account, but you're building that perceptual constancy. And that's something that I teach in my online courses, that you have to have perceptual constancy when it comes to seeing red, seeing drawdown. And you do that by, like I say, trusting your stop loss, because now that normal drawdown that you see, like every trade ain't going to be straight in profit. So some of them trades, you might see 50 pips drawdown, you might see 60 pips drawdown, and then they go back in your favor. But that's building the confidence for, like I say, for you to trust that stop loss and trust that risk to reward parameters that you have for yourself. You know, because if you have a 77% rate, then it's like, you know what I mean? Like it should be nothing for you to trust that, because you're barely fucking losing. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, and if you're letting your TPs hit, or being able to see 100,
I'm not letting them hit.
if you're able to see 150 pips and then put your stop loss at a good area, or understand how to take partials, then that comes to your management skills. That comes to how are you managing things when you're in the account, when you're already in profit. You know what I mean? And then that's when you got to ask yourself, am I okay with the money I'm seeing? Am I okay with it? Because if you're holding trades too long, or you're doubling up, then that means that you're not using a lot size that you're comfortable with seeing enough money. You know what I'm saying? Like you're seeing, let's say in hindsight, $100 here, $200 there, like shit that's not really gonna change what you got going on in your day to day. You know what I mean? But if that same 200 pips is 2K, 3K, or 4K, that's different. You'll feel better about closing out because you're like, oh shit, I could withdraw this right now and I could I could do whatever with my day and you spend 5K in a day, then you just got some shit going on unless you don't want. But it's just like, like if you ain't in Miami, like you ain't really just, you feel me, like LA or some shit, like you ain't really just spending 5K in a day like that. So, you should be able to actually let them shits rock. Like 70%, and I'm hitting 1 to 3s, that's 3,000, 2,000, 2,500, 3,000. You know what I mean? Okay, I took 1,000 here. Let's say I took another L. Okay, 2,000 here. I'm still up 1,000 in the account. Then I hit for another 1 to 3. Now I'm up 4,000 in the account. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, if you really playing the ratio game like that, it shouldn't be none of that. It shouldn't be none of that, especially as a funded, like, on this type of level. It should be none of that. Like, like you should be especially like, I don't understand how people play with these funded accounts and stuff like that. Like, this should be really about business. Like, it should be about profiting and adding to the balance. Like, you should not be taking a lot of L's on your funded account, like at all. Like, it shouldn't, your funded account shouldn't look like a consolidation chart. That shit shouldn't look like no downtrend. It should look like a smooth incline, vertically uptrend, like, to the point where you can't even put a trend line on that bitch because it's going up like that. Because that's what it should be at this point. You should only be looking at quality trades. You should only be looking at entry base points. You should be identifying everything that you need to, and then understanding how you need to use your time frame correlation on your pair to be able to go down, get in on a smaller piece of price, and then be able to zoom back out on your analyzing time frame and be able to maintain until your TPs get hit or until you see profit that you need for the day, whether you go by percentages, pips, or profit. You know what I'm saying? So at this level, you just have to be more of a scientist of your craft and dig deeper. You know what I mean? Like, dig deeper. And then, like I say, understand, is it a management problem that I'm having? You know what I'm saying? Like, how am I going about managing things? Am I seeing more drawdown when I'm in profit than when I'm in profit? Am I seeing more profit and then letting it go back into drawdown? You know what I mean? And like I said, if that's the case, maybe I need to start taking partials until I'm comfortable with certain things,
Yeah.
or or if I'm seeing a 90 pip push, let me go ahead and secure 70 pips. And if that shit push back on 70 pips, okay, cool. But until I build enough cushion, 70, 70, 70, 70. Okay, now boom, I'm up $2,000. Now I can be cool. I get that next push for 70. Okay, now I can put my stop loss break even and hold and see what happens. You know what I'm saying? Because I done built up the cushion to do that. You know what I mean? And I'm still going about things a certain type of way. But you don't have to just roll the dice and be like, all right, I gotta hold it now. No. As soon as you feel uncomfortable, you could get out. And that's one thing about the market. You can always re-enter. You know what I'm saying? But it's about understanding where you're at, what price is trying to show you at that point in time. You know what I mean? And then being able, like I said, to set everything up with your risk to reward parameters. That's always going to be important, especially as a top tier trader, because they will you hit that daily, they taking your shit off top. They're gonna send you that nice ass email. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, don't even put yourself in a position. Like, you already learned from that. You don't already fail challenges. So don't go back. No matter what's going on, fight with your account. Go up and down. If you gotta lower the lots to be able to flow and get purge and get all that stuff out your system, do what you gotta do. But understand that you don't need to be blowing accounts to feel the feeling that you're gonna feel, because then all you're gonna have to do is pay another $500, another $1,000. And then wait another 30 days, 60 days to get a payout. You know what I'm saying? So, like, think about shit in hindsight. Think about shit more from a management perspective and from a business perspective of how you're going about it and your approach to it before you even hop on here and start executing. Makes sense?
Yeah. Thank you so much.
No problem. Anybody else got questions?
Yeah, hold on. I'm gonna type it.
Let me say, do you smoke? you adapt to a new pair or stick to your old pair? That just depends on what you got going on, bro. Like it depends on if you feel like you over analyzing and you anticipating too fast, then it's probably time for you to move on to a pair that's moving a lot faster. You know what I mean? Like, or if you feel like, you know, it's too fast, then it's like, all right, maybe I need to go back to a forest pair. Maybe I need to dial back to something that I can make sure, or maybe shit, I just need to zoom out to a higher time frame and be able to see what's going on. You know what I mean? But you know, you can make money on any pair, but the biggest thing is just making sure, like I say, are you analyzing way too fast? Are you analyzing too slow? Or are things good? And if shit is good, don't switch it up. If you cashing out right now, you bet don't try to switch up when things start getting good. Like that's what I can't stand. Like when things get good, that's when the niggas want to switch up. It's like, I can't. I got homies like that, bro. I promise you, shit get good and think about like a girl, even with that girl, like shit get good with that girl, and the next thing you know, niggas is outside. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's what you don't want to do. Like when shit get good, be faithful, be loyal, keep doing the shit that's working. Milk your money tree. You know what I'm saying? Until the wheels fall out, until you get that hard L, that's like, all right, I need to back up, I need to chill. Like, you know, let the market tell you need to chill. Like, but unless you anticipating way too fast, like on some AU shit, like and shit not moving, then it's like, nah, like, you know, if you doing good, then do good. Like keep doing good. You know, don't put too much emphasis on it, you know. My account's currently been looking like consolidation chart. I'll have one amazing week and then next week red. Next week amazing, next week red. Not sure exactly what I'm doing wrong. It sound like you get comfortable after them winning streaks. You know what I mean? And I talk about that too. You got to make sure like after a winning streak, like you come back humble and you reset every week. That's why I say Mondays start off building cushion. If you use a standard on UJ, start off with a 0.5, start off with a 0.7. You on US 30 using, you know what I mean, 0.5s or standards, start off with a 0.2, start off with a 0.05. It's still $500, 100 pips. Like that's what I'm saying. Like the money is money. Don't get so caught up in that. Just understand, like, I don't want to start my week off having to fight back all week. That's almost like when you start a basketball game and y'all start out sluggish as fuck. You know what I'm saying? Y'all just got off the bus. Y'all barely got a chance to work out, warm up. You know what I'm saying? And the whole time the other team been warming the fuck up. They out there dunking, all type of shit. And then the game start. And next thing you know, you look up the first time out and y'all down 18-2 on a fucking Monday. You done took 18 trades on a fucking Monday. You see what I'm saying? So it's like, and people real life do this shit. I had a client today real life do that shit. So it's like, I'm telling y'all from experience, you know, and he has to fight back the rest of the fucking week. You know what I mean? That's what you don't want to do. You want to start off with your jab. Start off with your jab, setting shit up with your jab. 1-2, 1-1, 1-2, 1-1. And then as soon as you find that sweet spot and you start seeing the openings, that's when you start throwing the power punches and the hooks. But you gotta open it up first. You know what I'm saying? You gotta open it up first. You gotta build the cushion first. You just can't hop in that joint and that's what's wrong with y'all young cats, man. Y'all be, even when it comes to the shorties, man, y'all be trying to just go. You gotta warm it up. You gotta warm it up. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what it takes, man. Like don't go 80%, 60% on the account on a Monday, bro. Like I'm telling you, your mindset would be so terrible and so crazy. Like you be calling me on Tuesday, like Vontae, I need a one-on-one, bro. Like for real. Somebody said my account. Oh no, I already read that one.
No, I feel like I had that experience on a gold, like the start of the week Sunday. My analysis looked right, but it wasn't right.
But that could just be the randomness of the market, and that's when you have to be a professional trader and be like, okay, let me cut my loss, get the fuck out. I need more data.
Yeah, I ended up
versus you being like, oh, let me just chill and see, and then next thing you know, you go on a whole roller coaster ride, and then the whole time you just could have cut that bitch and then got in at a better price and saved your account some money, and now you got, like I said, now you got to catch a 1 to 4 just to get back break even on the account, and that's putting a lot of pressure on yourself on a Tuesday. You see what I'm saying?
No,
And on the
what's
Tuesday,
wild?
you try to catch it 9 times out of 10, 80, I can guarantee 80% of y'all gonna try to make all that shit back on the next trade.
Bro, I made it back the same day. I'm not gonna hold you.
So
It was
I'm
on
saying,
UJ
and
though.
I'm not saying that you don't have the talents to do that because we've all been there, but it's like that ain't good habits all the time.
You right, because it was stressful.
All the time. Exactly. It's like, why put yourself under that stress if you ain't got to? Because you don't have to. You set yourself up by being precise, following your rules, doing things that's gonna keep you from you know what I mean, having outer body experiences, bro, and being stuck in paralysis states. Like, you don't want to be fucking just staring at the chart like, oh fuck, I'm down 5,000. What do I do? Niggas texting me, what do I do? What do I close? Like, what do you mean? You know what I'm saying? Like, that it really be like that. So it's like, I'm telling y'all from experience, bro. Like, you don't want to create the defense mechanisms now. How do you do that, Tay? You do that by following plans, creating great habits, right? Being aware of your what is set the speaking language to English. I'm speaking English. What are you talking about? But yeah, doing that, man, like creating good habits. And you do that by following the rules that you have to, finding quality setups. You know what I'm saying? If things ain't looking right, having the awareness and the maturity to sit back and chill. Y'all ain't got no time limits for real no more. What you rushing for?
That's one thing. I feel like I kind of jumped in kind of early. That's part of the reason I fucked up on gold.
What's up with US 30 Vontae? Oh, that shit been on bullshit today. You see this shit? It been on bullshit. That shit said I'm gonna go sideways. So pretty much, I mean, of course, off the short breakdown, right? We had all this shit happen last week, right? We had this push that happened last week with that leg. Then we got down here, found some type of support that was on this type of resistance over here, right? And even if we go out to the daily, right, we still see that we still above the MA on the showing uptrend momentum, right? Like I said, resistance over here. Now we got the support being established and stuff over here, right? Breaking it back down to the 4 hour. We still got, you know, the counter trend that happened here. So even if you had measured all of this, we're still within that main structure, right? Once we had got that counter trend, boom, right? So we got that 78.6 here touch, but overall respected 61.8. We already know based off the daily time frame, right? Because all this shit is just noise down here. But based on the 4 hour time frame, right? Well, I was looking at was just measuring these little pullbacks right here because we haven't broken any type of, we still making lower lows and lower highs basically, right? So until some type of real resistance is broken, right, you got to assume that the market is still going to respect the downtrend, right? But right now, like I said, we got a lot of news coming out. We got a lot of shit going on, right? So in this sense, it's still 23.6, right? But what I was doing was just seeing off of subfib how that 23.6 was reacting to this last kind of resistance that was up here. All right. So then boom, you line that up, zoom in a little bit, and we got some little, 78.6 tests being tested right now. So that's all I'm monitoring right now because as you can see, I was been monitoring these little lower highs here. But then we had the 23.6 that continued, and then usually a pullback to make like that 38.2 or spread out, right? But so right now, the main interest that I'm looking at is going to be to see if this area right here gets respected or not, just being at the fact that we have a strong MA being pointed down, right? And then we're already seeing it being respected on the top side, right? So that's what I want to see. Even though it's like I said, still a lot of strong bullish momentum, right? Because on the counter trend side, on this side of it, we still making higher lows here. We got the gap here that never filled, right? So since week started, we made that 23.6 momentum that stayed here and then just pushed up and continued today. And then from there, we just been stuck in this like little consolidation range going sideways, right? So as long as higher lows are being made like here, right, we can't start selling or anything like that, right? We got to assume that the uptrend is going to stay, especially with the MA being pointed aggressively up the way that it is, right? So that's what I think about US 30 right now. So until then, I'm really just waiting to see which way it's going to respect and break out. And then from there, I'll be ready to, read and react. Sound good?
I have a question, bro.
What's up, gang?
I actually put my camera on. If you have a plan or like a trade setup that you're waiting on, if you take a trade and let's say you keep getting wicked out, do you give yourself like a daily loss limit as to how many times you want to keep entering that trade?
Me, it's not like a daily loss limit. I'll try to enter a trade maybe like twice in the same area.
Right.
In the same area. So like for instance, like if I enter like let's say I enter somewhere up here and that shit came up here with me, all right, bet. And then let's say like I enter somewhere down here because I saw sales and that shit came back and with me out. Then I'm not entering nowhere else in this fucking area until I get some
Yeah.
type of breakout or some type of breakout, like I said, because at that point it's just gonna keep showing me consolidation, and then I'm gonna start feeling like I'm getting in the middle of that shit instead of getting in at either
Right.
the highest point or the fucking lowest point if I keep getting, especially if I keep getting wicked out. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Yeah, because I feel like I've had the issue in regards to because I recently just passed a 10K account, but
Nice.
the other challenges I've taken, I've gotten mad close multiple times. I've messed. I feel like my biggest issues have been on like trades like that. Either way, if it's news where there's a mad volatility
Mhm.
and there's a play I'm looking, either like looking for wicks or like looking for engulfings, and I'll hop in and I'll get wicked out, and then like the trade will start to move in the direction that I'm looking for. So I'll hop back in, probably pull back and get wicked out again. So my daily loss percentage will like go up just from that one trade and kind of fuck me up from there.
Yeah, bro. That shit to me is like growing pains too, though.
Right.
That shit is a lot of growing pains. Like that shit come with experience. That shit really come with experience.
Yeah, the reason why I asked you about the daily loss limit, because I kind of, especially with the challenges where you have a 5% loss limit.
So your
So
loss limit should be before that shit. Your loss limit, you should have a mental loss limit.
yeah,
Way
so I do
before-
2%, right? So for me, I do a 2% loss limit. If I lose 2%, all right, I'll come back tomorrow.
Yeah. Yeah, especially with y'all, like you said, and I feel like that just helps structure y'all with thinking throughout y'all days. Like you shouldn't be fucking trying to enter too much in one day in one between. Let's say most people get up, start trading around 6-5 to fucking 5, bro. Come on, bro. You shouldn't have like three trades, 3 scaling trades, especially if and that's if it's smooth. You know what I'm saying? So if you didn't find yourself having 7 to 10 trades between 5 a.m. and 5 p.m., you're doing something wrong. You know what I'm saying? You're doing something wrong. That's why they give y'all that reset at 6 o'clock. You know what I mean? Right. So use that and tell yourself and challenge yourself even mentally. Like you don't have to do it, but challenge yourself. Just be like, I'm only looking for one entry today. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to try to find the best entry I can based on if I have an entry-based setup or whatever, entry-based point, and I'm going to try to find one entry today. You know what I mean? And that way you can just start shaping yourself to look for the best possible entries. You know what I'm saying? Like you're not just going to be jumping into shit because you're like, no, I'm only entering once today, and whatever I'm entering at, I want to make sure I'm at either the highest point or the lowest point because I want to make sure that I got cushion and I can hold this order. You know, like, and that's how you start thinking. And next thing you know, boom, you're entering right at the higher lower, right at the higher high. And then next thing you know, boom, you start seeing a bunch of scaling opportunities. You know what I'm saying? Just based on you being patient and understand that, okay, I can actually fluctuate with the market and get to different areas and enter at different areas versus me just trying to put all my fucking risk in one area. Like, no, try to get to different area points in the market.
Right.
Make sense?
Yeah, appreciate you, bro. Thank you.
No problem, bro. Anybody else got a question?
I have another question, quick question. Do you if there's a day where like I know like last week if there's a day where there's mad news, mad red folder news, do you tend to stay out the market, or I'm sure you're more cautious about it?
Yeah,
because
I'm
of the
more
volatility?
cautious. Like I'll take certain moves based on like if I see things. Like for instance, like when I took the account like 2 weeks ago, I took the account like 1K, 9K in a week. And that week was I think that week was like heavy news. I think we had like CPN and all that shit.
Mm-hmm.
So it was a heavy news week. But I just be more cautious, like, you know, and I try to those type of weeks, I try to make sure my entries are early on in the week, like you say, like a Tuesday or something like that. So by the time we get to those type of news events, like I already have a bunch of cushion. You know what I mean? So
Right.
that heavy fluctuation and shit is not really fucking with me. You know what I mean? Like mentally, it's not fucking with me because it's like, all right, bet I know I'm in, for instance, way down here. All that shit is happening up here. You know what I'm saying? But my entry be way down here type shit on like a 4 hour or something. You know what I'm saying? So this shit happening up here, I'm cool. And by that time, it did all of this shit, and then I'm ready to look for another entry to get to a negative 27. You know what I mean?
Right.
So that's how I try to gauge it. But you know, if I am entering or if I haven't entered and news is coming out, then I try to let news come out and do what it's gonna do, and then try to find entries like right along here, this area on the continuation, some shit. Yeah, but I don't want to get in, like if I'm not in, I don't want to get in while it's doing all of that shit.
Right.
I'd rather wait and see some momentum. Okay, momentum's in. Let me get in on a continuation somewhere and then
Yep.
be able to get my money.
Bet.
Thoughts on GJ? Let me see. What's that? GU? Yeah. Good. Pretty smooth. Dang, oh, I had all this shit. Damn. Man.
You got any tips for holding your entries too? That's the main thing I'm struggling with.
Holding your entry, bro. It's a case by case basis. How I'm gonna tell you how to hold your entry? It's your entry.
I could give you an example of an entry from today on DJ.
Give me an example. Dude.
So on DJ today,
You ain't catch this sale?
I caught the buy during New York.
I ain't asked you that. You ain't catch
this-
this sale off of what I just drew? Look at this. This is your pair too.
It is.
You ain't see this from over here in fucking November?
Nah.
There's no fucking way.
Damn. Oh, that would have been clean. I bet you if I go to my trade view
There's
right now.
no fucking way you should have missed this.
Yeah, I'm slacking.
300 pip.
Huh? Wait, that's off the monthly data? Or that's
That was off the
before?
weekly. That was off the weekly. I told you. I showed you it looked better off the weekly. Monthly.
What was better off the weekly? Okay, better. Nah, so I had an entry at a 184.
You're sick, guy.
One-
You know that.
184,600. Hold on.
You say you have buy there.
Nah,
You have buy there.
184,262. Yeah, 18. My fault. I had 184,265 from New York this morning, and I ain't hold it. I closed it right before I fell asleep, and then that shit just kept sliding. And it's like there was no real reason to close other than I was going to sleep, so I couldn't really hold it.
You got in right here in this candle.
184, yeah, around there after the engulfing, and then the retest.
You ain't get in after this retest, nigga. You got in right here. I know
Hold
you.
on.
I know you. I know you. You ain't had that type of patience. You got in right here.
hold on. I'll keep it to me.
You ain't
I had a
waiting for
couple-
this retest right here. I
Yeah,
know
get
you
playing
ain't
with me
waiting for
right
that retest.
No, I definitely did. 28, yeah, 264.
You got in on this ugly
8431.
ass candle.
8431. Yeah,
That's crazy, man.
bro. It's the DJ, bro. That's just how it be looking.
And you went instantly in the drawdown, probably.
Oh, for sure.
You had
But
to, because
I
it's
surprised
right here.
though.
And that's what I'm telling you though. Why didn't you just wait? Why didn't you just wait? You could have went down 30-minute Come on, man.
Yeah. Okay. So be more patient.
Oh, funded trader.
Break right here. Boom. Right? High right here. Right?
Mhm.
Bro. What you did? I really would have went right here with it, honestly. I'd have went right here with it. Boom. Right? You got all this being respected on 23.6, but look at the bend of your fucking moving average, gang. And then you got this whole little dojied out tweezer bottom shit going on. Then you got this bullish engulfing. This is all candlestick analysis. This is all shit in the 3DC. Boom. Then you got the motherfucking break of resistance that happens right here. 1-2 candle that gave you the high, right? Let's break it down even more, right? That pissed me off, man. You just handed my event, man. You supposed to be sniping this shit. You was supposed to be sniping this shit, bro.
I'm gonna be on point. Hold on. I have a tip. I'm be on point.
Bro, look at this. This is where you want to be.
Yeah, I got like 30 pips off it, but it kept sliding while I was asleep.
Higher low. Higher high. It don't look sliding to me. Where you cut your trade at?
I cut it at
Hoping at least here.
184, like 550.
Huh?
Like 550.
Okay. Good guy. Good guy. For sure. I
Yeah.
could dig that. I could dig that.
But it's like there was so much
I
more
definitely
move.
feel like your entry could have been off of like if you were down here doing work, bro, I feel like you could have fucking killed this shit, bro. Because now your moving average is acting as like a trend line.
Yeah, that's how I use it. Or I use that M1's moving average to kind of get that.
Even if you miss that entry right here, boom. Miss that one. Boom. You know what I'm saying? And if you caught all three, then you really lit because then you start 30 pips and then fucking 100, 110.
Yeah.
But that's how you should be looking, bro. Like shit that makes sense. You know what I'm saying? No,
Yeah.
you took the trade, so it's definitely a great trade. But you know, I'm always gonna be digging to see how you can be more precise.
Yeah.
And then even boom, counter trend line here. You know what I'm saying? Like all of that shit could have helped you out.
The trend line is the one thing I do the least of that I need to know.
Higher low, higher low, higher low, higher low. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Bet. But yeah, so now, based on where you at, like I said, kind of same shit, bro. You kind of want to wait and see what the fuck going on with this MA up here. You got price climbing, but the candles, candles ain't too much volume in them right now. So
Yeah.
I'm more around London session to see what the volume looking like, and then be able to see if you're gonna go deeper at 61.8. If you break 38.2, then and get past this, then you definitely go into 61.8 because that's where the next resistance is probably gonna be at up here. Yeah, other than
You don't
that,
think it could transition to a downtrend from there?
transition to a downtrend.
Yeah, due to the broken higher look. And you see where it's at?
Yeah, bro, that's what I'm telling you, bro. You don't see my fib, bro? My fib ain't for no uptrend.
Oh, with the 38. Oh, yeah, I see it now. Okay.
Hey, Kev, I'm gonna fight you. I come to Miami, bro. I'm gonna fight you, bro. Can y'all get back out?
Listen, bro, I'm on point, man.
Bro, it's Monday, bro. I'm telling you now.
I got 6 trades of cushion, bro.
Come on, man. Yeah, but like even on the 1 hour, like candles is getting kind of skinny too. And that's what I mean when it comes to candlestick analysis. You definitely want to make sure like you paying attention to these candles, bro. Because they're gonna tell you, they're gonna tell you like, oh, okay, this is working, this not working. Like, you know, this is too, and you know, higher lows are being made. Oh, buying pressure is gaining, momentum is gaining, you know, things like that.
Gotcha. Good on you. Yeah, because now that still was probably going to be my next move for the day. Because it ain't no way it's going up. It's right below.
I mean, like I say, if it breaks 38.2, then you just can expect 61.8 to probably be the next point of resistance, seeing that you got support right here. So if not, then like I said, based on a 4 hour, you're looking for that MA to be respected. So you're looking for price to push up and then wick off that MA, and then you know you continue to the negative 27. Just don't anticipate too fast. Let the market show you when shit is ready, though. You know what I mean? Especially with these funding accounts. Wait until shit is printed. Wait until you see what's printed before you start to make decisions and anticipate. Don't anticipate based on the candle that you're seeing right there in your face. Like you see how we started from like up here and back here, and you know what I mean? And then that's how you got to do it. You always start from a different place and work your way to current market price. So that way you understand how things was flowing to where you got to currently, not just looking at shit currently. You'll get faked out. All right, y'all, but it's about to be 11 o'clock. I gotta get some sleep. We good?
Appreciate you, brother.
Hey, man, great Monday. Great Monday. We got 31 people on here this Monday. Great job. Make sure y'all blow up the Discord. Let them know. You know what I mean? We did a great job today. I hope everybody can use the knowledge that we had to better their week. Remember the things that we talked about, workflow. You know what I mean? We talked about patience. You know, we talked about entry base points, right? We talked about making sure that we have our risk to reward parameters before we even execute with the market, right? We talked about management skills, understanding how we need to manage and figuring out what does that look like for us. If we want to get to the $1,000 days, the $10,000 days, it's not going to be one trade, one smooth ass uptrend, 3 smooth ass trades. It's not going to be like that. You're going to have to put the work in, right? It's going to be blue, 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 red, red, blue, 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 red, blue, 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 red. So you got to make sure that those reds are minuscule, right? You're making sure that if you feel uncomfortable or the market isn't showing you what it needs to be showing you, that, okay, boom, I'm out, because I want to make sure I'm putting myself in the best position, and not just me, the account. I want to put the account in the best position to work for me. I don't want to put the work in. I don't want to be stressing. I want to make sure the account is fluffed up and cushioned up, so when I got that opportunity, I can slap some shit and I feel good. You know what I'm saying? You want to feel good, because what I say, all of that shit equates to energy. And you all know that shit because you all have experienced a fucking blown account and it sucked all the life out of you. So don't go back to that shit. Do whatever you have to do. Set up the defense mechanism. If you know your fucking daily loss is 5,000, in your head, your daily loss need to be 2K. You know what I'm saying? 3K. You know what I mean? And when you start getting to that 3K, then I'm shutting it down for the day. I have to manage myself. Fuck the emotions. I had my opportunities for today. Okay, they didn't pan out. Cool, I got another opportunity tomorrow. Because guess what? I ain't got no time limit on this motherfucker. So all I have to do is focus on my craft, focus on the quality, focus on week by week. Good quality trades, week by week, reset. Okay, I won 7 trades this week. All right, Sunday, reset. Okay, I won 5 trades and lost it all on Friday. All right, cool, reset Sunday. That should be the mindset no matter what the fucking circumstances is. Because you got to keep going. It's a journey. And your mindset is really going to dictate how far you go along in this journey. Your mindset and you being able to be your own coach, you being able to hold yourself accountable. You know what I mean? Because your family and everybody else ain't going to understand what this journey is for you or what it's going to mean to them later. You know what I'm saying? So you have to be the ones to make this shit like real, tangible. Make it tangible. That's the word. Make it tangible. You know what I'm saying? And you do that. This is the fucking start. This is the start. Getting them fucking payouts. This is the start right now. So put the work in this week. That don't mean go stupid hard and do things, you know what I mean, ignorantly. No, do things as a professional. Like I said, write down those habits it takes for you to be a professional tonight. What is it going to look for me to be a professional trader tonight? What does my mindset need to look like from the moment I wake up, look myself in the mirror, brush my teeth, to the moment I get ready to lay down and clock out? You know what I mean? And then go from there. Sound good?
Yeah.
All right, bet.
Solid.
I appreciate y'all, man. We out. I appreciate y'all. Make sure y'all tag me, whatever y'all got going on. IG is Mack Wills, MackWllz. I got free shit on YouTube, MackWllz. So make sure y'all check me out and tap in. Stay tapped in with me every Monday, 10 o'clock. You know what I mean? We're gonna get up here, we're gonna talk our shit, we're gonna go over charts, you know, we're gonna get better as a community. That's what we about. We about helping y'all stay retained, stay funded, passing y'all phases, all of that stuff. Good energy, good flow. All right. So let's keep building up the community. Sound good?
Yeah, peace, dog.
All right, man. I'll holler at y'all.